Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hit it. How are you?
Are you ready for fun with photos?
I'm always ready for fun with
We
photos.
just got back from a week scuba diving in the Cayman Islands.
Cool.
And what we did was take a picture on board before we jumped in the water at each dive site. What I'm going to show you today is how you can take a group of photos and have them automatically plotted on a map. So you can map your memories using Google Photos and Google My Maps. Pretty
Cool.
cool.
Very cool.
The first thing, this is important, your camera needs to be recording the location of your photos. That's called geotagging or location tags, and it's slightly different settings on the iPhone and the Android. So I want to show you on both. First, on the iPhone, it's it's in the main system settings, and then it's considered a privacy issue to have locations showing on your photos. So it's under privacy and security. Location services must be on, but then you still have to tap on it to get down to camera. And notice mine says while using. If yours says never, then your photos are not recording the location where they were taken. Now on the Android, you have to go into the camera. So you go to camera, and then it's the little gear for settings, for camera settings. And on this phone, which happens to be a Samsung, it's called location tags, and you turn it on. Now, in some other Android phones, you may have to go into general and more, but find something that's called location and or geotags. So once those are on, every photo you take will now be stamped with the Latin lawn of the location where the photo was taken. And then you can do this. But the second part of this is that we're using Google My Maps, not Google Maps, not the map view on Google Photos. Google My Maps is a separate thing, and I want to show you just a little bit. So it's at mymaps.google.com. And I have created lots of maps. This is where you can create your own custom maps with whatever markers and photos that you want on it. So for example, I have a map of our last big RV trip was in 2021, and you can see every stop here. And if I click on a stop, you can see photos. This was so cool. This was a Harvest Host. Remember this, where
Oh, yeah.
we got to ride in a covered wagon,
On the Oregon Trail.
and we know exactly where that was because I placed them on the map. Now, I did this manually. Most of the time, you're using Google My Maps, you are adding markers and adding photos to those markers. What we're going to show you today is how to do that automatically. Hi, this is Chris Guld with Geeks on Tour, and this tutorial video is about how to plot a group of photos onto a map using Google Photos and Google My Maps. First, I'm going to take you to my Google Photos and show you the group of photos we're going to be working with. So photos.google.com, and notice I'm logged in with my little face there. And this is a group of photos of presidential museums. In our many years of RVing, we've made a point of visiting every presidential museum. So I put one picture from each museum into a album called Visited Presidential Museums. Now, each one needs to be geotagged. You need to have the location information. And how you see that is with this little eye. If I click it on, an information panel opens up to the right, and we see the map of where this was taken. I look at the next picture. This one doesn't have a map, but notice that it has where was this taken. I can click there and enter Reagan Presidential oops, that's house, so I got to keep typing. Anything that is in Google Maps, you can attach to a picture. So this is the presidential library, yes. And it adds the map. Check to make sure all of your photos have a map. And that means that they were either taken by a smartphone that automatically includes the location information, or you added it with something like the tool available in Google Maps. I mean, Google Photos. All right, so now we need to go to our mapping software, and that is called Google My Maps. There are several different ways to get to it, but I like going directly. So it's mymaps.google.com. Make sure to add that, or you might be at a different My Maps site. Notice I am still logged in with my same account. So one account gets you into all services of Google, My Maps, and My Photos. And let's create a new map. And we're going to call this one Presidential Museums. Now here's where it gets really easy. I'm just going to import a photo album. Now, I have lots of photo albums. You might not have to search through them as much as I do. There it is, visited presidential museums. I just click on that, and now I do need to select each picture. I can't even click and shift click. I don't know why. I have to click each picture and then select and watch what happens. Boom, they are all located where they belong. And there's Nixon's and there is Reagan's. Now I do have to go and edit their titles because they came in with the title of their location. Click on each. And you can click on them over here in the legend as well. So that one, and then the edit pencil, and then save. Whenever you make a change to a marker, you have to save. And there I have my map of pictures. Well, now that you understand how it's done, let me demo how I got the dive sites listed on the map. First of all, you need to do this on a computer. Google My Maps is just impossible on a phone. So I go to mymaps.google.com. I am signed in. Here are all the maps I've made over the years. I create a new map. And I want to create it with the album of dive sites. I just click on import and albums. Now this is Google My Maps, so it knows that Google Photos albums is where I'm going here. And it is 2024 Cayman Dives. And once again, I do have to select each one and insert. And that's all it takes. As long as you know that each photo has the geotag, then they get plotted. So fun to see exactly where we were for each dive. I want to give you one more example, and I'm not even going to start a new map. I'm just going to add a layer to this map and show you Marilyn's ashes. My mom died a few years ago, and I have taken it upon myself to continue her world travels and spread her ashes all over the world. I've taken a picture every place that we've gone, and that is this album called Marilyn's Ashes. Select them. And there's quite a few here. And insert. And now you will see markers all over the world. I think I've done a pretty good job. And at each marker, you can click on it and see the photo. So that is mapping your memories. And if you want to learn more about Google My Maps, oh, there's so much you can do with Google My Maps, then become a member at Geeks on Tour, and we have a full set of tutorial videos. I'm Chris.
I'm Jim.
And this was Fun with Photos.
See you next time.
It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Amazon Prime Days right around the corner. In this video, I'm going to give you 8 tips to use before shopping on Prime Day and show you how to use 3 extensions that will help you save money. Now, the first thing that I'd like to say is if you don't need anything, forget Amazon Prime Days. Keep your money, pay down your loans and credit card, and don't buy things that you don't need. But if you do have specific items that you want to purchase, you can save a lot of money on Prime Days. This is the time when Amazon puts its devices on sale for usually the lowest price of the year. So in this video, we're going to look at 8 tips that you can use to help you get the best deal on this Amazon Prime Day. Amazon starts putting deals together way before July 11th and 12th. So if you're watching, you'll see Prime Day deals coming up before the sale. And you probably wonder, is this the best price, or are they going to get better as Prime Day occurs? The answer is the pre-sales done by Amazon are best price. And if you see those, grab them. They will not get better on the 11th or 12th. So snap them up in that week before the sale. Now let's talk about the invite only tag that you'll see on some selections coming up for the Amazon sale. What is all this about? Well, invite only means that probably there's a limited supply of these devices, and you can click on invite only, and then at the day of the sale, you'll be invited to purchase that. It won't be on a general sale because they just don't have enough supply. So if you are interested in a specific item, click the invite only, and your name will go on there, and you'll get an invite when the sale starts and hopefully be able to get your product. It's no surprise Amazon has a lot of devices ready for sale. These are created by Amazon, such as the Amazon Echo, Fire TV, etc. This is an excellent time to buy these devices. This is often the lowest price you'll see them, even better than Black Friday. So if you are looking for a Fire TV, an Omni TV, or any of the Echo devices, or some of their new tablets, or even an e-reader, this is a very good time to purchase them, and you probably won't see a better price. So you want to purchase an item, but you're not sure if it's going to be on sale for Prime Days. Well, what you can do is just put it in your cart. Just put it in your cart, but don't purchase it, and you'll get a notification 24 hours ahead of time if it's on sale. It's that simple. Just put it in your cart now, and you'll get a notification 24 hours before saying it's on sale for Prime Days. Isn't that great? On July 11th and 12th, if you want to buy a specific item and it's not on sale, my advice is go to the company's website. Most companies will offer some sort of sale through their website, even if it's not on sale on Amazon. This is a very competitive market. Have a look at the company's website. You may be very surprised at the discount you can get purchasing it direct from the retailer. Be sure and check on the competition. Walmart, Best Buy, and Target will all have sales on Amazon Prime Days. So go over and check the prices on those sites before purchasing it on Amazon. You might even get a better deal. Shop around. Competitive shopping. Have a look at that. Remember, you can even use Miss A for shopping. Using your voice commands, you can put any product in your Amazon cart, and it will also notify you if that is on sale for Amazon Prime Day. Now let's look at Amazon's marketing strategy, and I'm going to give you 3 extensions that you can download and use that will help you look at the historical prices of these items that you want to purchase, just to make sure that you're getting the best deal. So let's have a look at these extensions. All right, let's see if we can save you some money. This is a sale on a Shark robotic vacuum. This is off the Canadian site. Of course, I get a focused experience because I'm interested in vacuums. So this actually is a very good deal, but how do you know that? I want to draw your attention to the price, the list price, which is listed as $6.99, and it's on sale for $3.99, a 43% reduction. Now, the first thing you have to understand is that the prices on Amazon vary daily, weekly, monthly. So they fluctuate greatly. So how do we know that this is really a retail price of $6.99? Well, let's have a look at that. So this is the Best Buy price, it's $4.99. And this is the Walmart price at $5.49 with a list price of $6.99. All right, there are 2 extensions I would encourage you to use in your browser if you're doing online shopping at Amazon. Both these are exactly the same. They're free. For many years, I used one, and it's called ℸ𝕝𝕉𝕉. Recently, I've switched to another one called Keepa. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. These are both free and track the pricing of Amazon products. Keepa is also an extension that tracks the pricing and works exactly the same as ℸ𝕝𝕝𝕝, but there's one advantage to it. It gives you the chart right in the search within Amazon. Let me show you how that looks. Here you'll see a search on the robotic vacuum, and you'll see beneath the diagram the graph that Keepa has. So for this reason, I like Keepa better than ℸ𝕝𝕝𝕝, but again, they work exactly the same and are free extensions for your browser. This is the historical pricing chart on that vacuum cleaner. This was produced by Keepa. And if you look at the solid blue line that you'll see on the graph, it indicates the price fluctuations over the past year. And you'll also note that is the best deal at present. There's a little purple X as well on the graph indicating warehouse deals, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. But this is a good example of how you can see what the historical pricing is on this particular product. You also can toggle all the other options on the right-hand side to look at different pricing. Now here's how you can save some money. I want you to look down at the right side under the new and used items. Let's see what we can do with this. All right, let's look under the new and used section. When we focus in, you'll see that the first item under the like new is for $315. This is a very good deal and can save you a lot of money. Who sells this? Well, this is from Prime Time Express. Well, what's their track record? We don't know. And in fact, the site was just launched. This may be a very good deal. Let's move down one more. This can also be purchased from a company called Saver Plus. This is used or like new, and it is for $329. A little bit more. This has an excellent track record. It has a 4-star rating with 169 reviews. This would be a good bet. You're pretty much assured that's going to be a very good company to deal with. But I want you to look over on the right side now, and you'll see, let's come down to the $359, the used or very good. This is also a saving at $359, and this is sold by Amazon as a warehouse deal. Now, I purchase almost all my Amazon products if there is a warehouse deal on them through the warehouse. It takes a little bit longer to get, but in most cases, this comes as a brand new item. It comes with a complete warranty from Amazon, and you can certainly return it if you're not happy with it. This is an excellent way to save money, and I always buy the warehouse deals. So the last extension I want to talk about is called Honey. Now, this is again a Chrome extension that you simply add to your Chrome browser. It's made by PayPal, a long trusted service that we use all the time for internet transactions. Honey is just more than a tracker. They say that they make a claim that they're linked to over 30,000 stores and can save you up to $177 on average a year. How they do this is they track your purchases and look for coupons and best buys. And they then will apply these coupon codes in a way in which you'll be able to redeem some of the money. This is a very popular extension that is used by a lot of people. As part of the process of learning how all your transactions occur, it scans all your email and personal data to identify what transactions you have to lump them all together to help get you the rebates. I personally feel that's a little bit intrusive into my personal data, so I do not use Honey. That's really going to be up to you, and you'll have to make a decision on that. As I said, one I use now every day is called ℎ𝕝𝕂. I like that because ℎ𝕝𝕂 actually shows me the graph right within my Amazon potential purchase on the computer screen. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Good luck tomorrow on Amazon Prime Days. Have you ever been going to send some photos in Gmail and got the dreaded message, maximum file size exceeded? In this video, I'm going to show you a tip that is going to allow you to send more pictures in your Gmail account and get rid of that dreaded maximum file size. It's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, where we help seniors with technology and get them to increase their efficiency using Gmail and allow them to send more pictures in their Gmail. So today I'd like to talk about sending photos in Gmail. I get a lot of questions about this because there is some frustration. There is a maximum amount number and also file size that you can send in Gmail. Once the package gets too big, then they're going to say, no, you can't add any more pictures. Now you also can send it as an attachment, and I'll show you both and how that works. And I found a new way to send more pictures, and I'm going to share that with you today. It's super easy, and I'm sure you'll want to try this out when I show you how to do it. But let's talk about sending pictures in Gmail. All right, so you've probably all clicked that little button that says add pictures. Well, you can either add pictures into Gmail. In other words, you can go to wherever you have your pictures and add them directly into Gmail, and they will be actually pictures there. Or you can add them as an attachment. But both ways of doing it have a limited number of pictures, depending how big the pictures are and what size. Now, I'm going to keep this real simple today. This tip is for someone who knows really nothing about Gmail and is just starting out, but finding they want to put more pictures in the body of their Gmail. Let me show you how to do this. Now, in this email, I want to send friends of mine pictures of all the beautiful rhododendrons I have in my yard, all the gardening work I've been doing, and I want to send the pictures in this Gmail. So let's have a look and see how I'm going to do it. So as you all know, if we come down, let's go way down here to the bottom, you'll see this little button that says Insert Photos. So let's go and we're going to put some pictures in here, and we're going to see, and we're going to send them to all my friends, okay? So here we are, Insert Photos. Let's have a look at this. Now, all my photos are in Google Photos, but this would work as well if you're in any other photo program. So let's come down and let's have a look at all the pictures I've taken of my house recently. Now you'll see along here are all the pictures I want to send. So let's have a look. We're going to, let's click off the pictures we're going to send. Well, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here, one here, and one here. Now watch what happened when I clicked that last picture. It says maximum file size exceeded. Please deselect one. All right, so we have to take this one out. And now we're going to send this. So I'm going to send it as an inline. I don't want it as an attachment because I want people to actually see the pictures when they open up the email. And so we're going to insert this now and watch what happens in my email. You'll see all the pictures now are here. So we just have to label it and send it off, and you'll be able to see all the pictures. But gosh darn it, I wanted to send more. Maybe if we do it as an attachment, we can get more pictures. Let's have a look at that again. Okay, here we are again. We're back in Gmail. I'm creating a new email now, and we're going to send those pictures as an attachment, not in the body, and see if we can get more pictures in there. Let's give it a try. So we're going to come down and we're going to come to this little photo button again. We're going to click photos. And again, we're going to come down and find those photos I want to send. Okay, let's click some photos here. I want to send this one. 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 And the last one, remember, will this work? No. You see it says maximum file size exceeded again, so it won't let us do it, even if we wanted to send it as an attachment. So what we're going to do is I'm going to deselect this and the last one again, and we're going to still send it as an attachment. And I'm going to insert them just to show you what an attachment looks like. And I'm going to click here. And as you see, these pictures are all being uploaded to the cloud, and there will be a link to those in your email. So again, but you won't be able to see them in the body of the text. And I want people actually to see all these pictures when I send them. So how do we solve this problem? Well, I have a little trick for you. Let me show you how to do it. All right, here's the trick, and I've been doing this for the past year, and I use this more and more and more when I want to send pictures. So watch this. Now remember, I'm back in my Google Photos now. You can see that on the screen here. You'll see those pictures I want to send. So let me see let me show you what I'm going to do here. We come down to the pictures, and I want to send all these 6 pictures and maybe some more. So how am I going to do that in Gmail? Well, watch what I do here. This is super easy to do. Anyone can do this. So I'm going to select all these pictures here. And remember, we could only get up to 4 before. We're going to take 5 and we're going to take 6. Okay, we've got all 6 pictures. And I'm going to come up here to the top of the screen here. And you see this little plus button. I'm going to click plus. And we're going to come down here and I'm going to click collage. Let's see what happens. It's now going to take all those pictures and it's going to make a collage for me, but that's just one picture. All right. Now, I'm using Google Photos, but any photo editing program will do this. So you could use whatever you want, but I'm just showing you in Google Photos. Now, I'm just going to save this to my downloads directory. I'll show you how but you can do it in a variety of different ways, but I'm just going to call this flowers. And I'm going to save it in my downloads directory. Let's go back to Gmail. We have a blank Gmail here. And let's add all those 6 pictures, which we couldn't do before, in. Let me show you how that's going to work, because we're just going to add the collage, which is 1 picture. So let's come down to photos. We're now going to, we need to upload the picture into the cloud. Okay, so we're going to hit upload and we're going to choose the photo. And we're going to come over, and here it is, and it's just in my downloads directory called flowers. And we're going to upload this, and it's going to insert it now into the body of my Gmail. And look at that, we can see all the 6 pictures that I wanted to send, but we're going to even send some more. Okay, so now we're going to come back and we're going to click this little picture, and we could make more collages, but I also want to add the rhubarb I just planted in my yard. I'm all excited about some rhubarb I planted. And here's 3 more. And we're going to insert those. And watch what happens. And now we have all our pictures inserted. So not only do we have all 6 of those pictures, but we've got 3 more. Now, I could have made those into a collage, and you could make another collage, and you could keep going until you get a whole bunch of pictures that don't exceed your file size in Gmail. So that's simply tricking Gmail into sending a lot more pictures than you normally can do. It's just that collage feature that you need to use in your photo editing program, and add that to Gmail, and you can send lots of pictures. It's pretty darn cool. All right, let's have a look at the mobile app. This is on my Pixel 6 phone. Let's open Google Photos. Here we're opening Google Photos, and we're back into my Google Photos album. Let's look at the pictures. We're going to go up to the top and hit that little plus button. That's going to bring up an option for us to do collages. Then we're going to come down, and let's find those pictures that we did before. All those pictures of my garden. Now, we're going to live dangerously here. We're going to make 6. We're going to choose 6 of these pictures. You'll see, remember, we can't do this in a normal situation, but we're going to make a collage of all these 6 pictures on our mobile app. So now we hit save or create, and now we see our collage is made. That's simple. And then we're going to save this. And here it's saved. And if you come down to the share button, we're going to click the share button and make this real easy. Guess what? You have Gmail as an option. Let's click the Gmail button. And we're going to send this to myself. So let's send this to myself. And then we're going to have a look at my Gmail and see what it looks like when we receive it in the Gmail. Here we are. We're going to send it. We're going to call it Pictures and hit the send button. Now let's go and look at my Gmail. Here it is. There's the email. Let's open it up, and let's open the picture up. And here's our collage with 6 pictures. That's very easy to do. Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, how to beat the file size limitations in Gmail when sending pictures. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. If you found the video helpful, please click that like and subscribe, particularly that subscribe. It really helps the channel. And until we see you again, have a great day.